I was much more enthusiastic about playing computer games than doing sports. I was always the last in everything related to physical development, but in games my maximalism was on full display.
Fun fact is that for me now, sports is a hobby, is a job and way of life. Yeah, life is interesting. To be honest, no one in my family did sports. Actually, I don't know where that came from.
I guess there are people who are motivated when they are supported and believed in. In my case, motivation came in the opposite direction. Something that I'm not good at all. Something that seemed never to be a part of my life suddenly became interesting to me. I wanted to prove that I could do anything, and sports was no exception.
YouTube and blogging started far down the road in my life. Actually, I just wanted to pump up my character, just like in a computer game, but in real life.
I remember learning how to do muscle up for 6 hours in a row, until my hands were bloody. It was the first element I learned in my life, and it seemed like not a big deal.
But the feeling I got, the feeling of accomplishment, the feeling of having done something that no one expected you to do, you know, I liked that feeling.
Later I began to learn the elements one by one, and at the same time the whole direction began to appear, which was called calisthenics. I remember how for the first time I learned the giant circle on the high bar. It was very scary to make the first circle, even taking into account that I was in straps.
But these two feelings have become a kind of a challenge for my whole life. First, do the things that are scary, and second, do the things that others think you cannot do.
That's how my brain started working. Competitions, hard, scary. What do people say? They say you can't do it. So let's go. What if I create my own YouTube channel? Had an idea, made my first video. What do people say? They say I have terrible voice. Another challenge.
To be honest, I had a really bad voice, and I made it rougher on purpose, just to make it sound that I was adult, which was a really stupid idea.
Вам нужен дополнительный вес, но купить гирю вам не по карману? Возьмите 2 бутылки.
Okay, competitions are cool, but I'm growing up. And what do adults do? Adults make money. I started out as a dental technician after graduating from the dental college, and to tell you the truth, dentistry was never something I really loved to do. Even then I faced 2 new challenges, the first of which was you won't have time to work out.
Well, working as a dental technician is really a job after which there is not that much time left. And solution I found for myself was not really obvious. I decided to create my own gym.
I made a gym in my garage. In this I was helped by my good friend, whose name was Anatoly. He's an arm lifting athlete and just a good man. I had everything from hyperextensions to gym weights, squat rack, even a goddamn block machine. But there was one small problem.
YouTube was actually bringing me around $50 a month at that time. Successful people say that you should do what you love. It just so happened that I love not exactly what I could make money from.
Then I made a decision to learn English and go to China to become an English teacher. And again, it was scary and it threw me another challenge.
Fly, okay. First, second, third. Okay, we are butterflies.
Supposedly, this is the time when people start to give up what once they thought was important to them. There are troubles, family, and less time. This is the point at which people lose enthusiasm for sports.
But if you take me and label just one quality that dominates over the others, it absolutely would be persistence.
But I'm not only continued training, but also continued to run my YouTube channel. Nazar, the project editor and future partner, took an important role in its development. The difference of 7 hours did not prevent us to cooperate from 2 different corners of the planet and create something that in the future will become the basis of my life. I literally worked all the time and rested only when I ate. I guess if I had known that all the money I would earn during 4 years of hard work would be stolen from me during the war, I would have been very upset. But then I was saving it and I knew that the moment would come when I could turn my hobby into a job and use the money I had saved to make a business. Actually, I was even further away from filming and camera than I was from sports.
Now I want to show you one video from dorms in which I lived when I was in college. To be honest, I am a little bit ashamed to show you this thing, but this is what I was, and the living conditions, the quality of shooting clearly emphasize this difference better of any of my words.
Вот так вот
ребятушки. Колем перепелиные яички. После этого идем на турничок. И горизонт делается на... Короче, как с куста. По 10 штучек залпом перед тренировочкой. Перед тренировкой, после тренировки, после тренировочного комплекса упражнений. Перед тренировочным комплексом упражнений вечерком и с утра.
To be a good YouTuber, you need to be someone initially. A good photographer, a programmer, a singer, an athlete. This is like a foundation around which you build another skill, such as speaking, working with light, filming, in short, making content.
But if you ask me who am I first, the blogger or the athlete, I would probably say the athlete who started his own YouTube channel, who became a blogger.
In one of the recent videos where I talked about shoulder training, many people laughed that I'm not enough competent for them and that I don't have any muscle myself. It's always a question of relativity. Regarding athletes on pharmacology, I am certainly not a model. However, those athletes I considered legends, who I used to look up to, are either that or with severe consequences. Then I clearly understood the main idea I wanted to convey to my audience and what sport really means to me. For some people, sport is just to make themselves go to the gym because their belly falls to their knees. Someone wants to have a huge biceps without even realizing why they need it. For me, it's a lifestyle. It is a lot of cool acquaintances with interesting people all over the world. It's an incredible feeling that you cannot do what someone sitting on the couch calls waste of time. It's 60 minutes of hard work that makes your whole next day filled with energy and meaning.
Ну, вот теперь можно идти домой.
I get a lot of comparisons like this or that athlete is better. That is true. I don't have that goal of being the best. My goal is already achieved. I've been in shape for 15 years. I've been able to do the elements that I could do 15 years ago. I didn't quit when all the commentators who commentated on my videos all those years ago no longer train. I have created a product that thousands of people are training with, getting fitter and, most importantly, not killing their health. The value of painting is not assessed by how it's painted. The value is determined by its history.
And now you know mine.